Good evening, teacher. Today I want to talk about a topic that is really in the palms of hands every single day, social media. It's funny because if we think about it, we don't use the social media anymore. It has basically become the environment we live in. But what exactly is social media? If we look for a formal definition, we could say it refers to digital platforms that allow us to create, share content, and participate in social networking. But honestly, to me, it's just the way we connect, learn, and sometimes, honestly, just pass the time. If I look at my own daily routine, the platform I use the most and the ones I probably open the very first thing in the morning are TikTok, are WhatsApp, Instagram, and maybe Facebook. TikTok is definitely at the top of my list for entertainment. It's just so addictive. Then there a WhatsApp, which I use constantly just to replay message with my friend, with my mom, with my brother, and stay in touch with everyone. And finally, Instagram, which I mostly use to check stories, see what people are up to, and keep up with the news and the new trends. It's incredible how these three apps alone can take up so much of our daily lives or time. So, why is social media so incredible popular today? I think the answer maybe simple, human connections and immediacy. As human beings, we have an internet need to belong, to communicate, to be seen, and to hear others. Social media give us that instantly. You can share a thought, a video, a photo within seconds. People from all over the world, or just friends, my mom next in the door, can react to it. It's designed to give us instant gratifications. Now, looking at the bright side, what are my advantages? There are many, to be honest. The biggest one is global connectivity and communication. Uh, we can talk to someone on the other side of the planet in real times. It's also a missing tool for information. Before, you had to wait for the evening news or buy a newspaper in Amazon. Today, if something happens, you find out on Instagram or other platform within 5 minutes. But beyond that, social media is an incredible space for creativity and self-expressions. Anyone with a smartphone can share their art, their opinions, their photos, or their knowledge. It democratizes information and give up a voice to people with who otherwise won't have one. However, it's not all perfect for me. There is a dark side to it. This is where things get a bit complicated for my personality. The disadvantages and rise are huge. We are dealing with issues like cyberbullying, privacy laws, and the spread of fake news, which can literally ruin lives for many people in the world. But on a daily, more personal level, the biggest risk is distraction. I have to admit that I struggle with this sometimes. I tell myself, okay, I'm going to start doing my homework right now, or anything, or I'm going to invest my time in doing something productive. But then I pick up my phone, open TikTok, just for 5 minutes, and suddenly 2 hours have passed. It feels like lost time. The truth is a bit frustrating because you realize you've spent a huge chunk for a day staring and a screen instead of getting things done. If you don't know how to control your time, it can completely take over your day and your life. And this directly ties into mental health, especially for young people. The constant exposure to perfect lives on Instagram or TikTok, and Facebook, and YouTube create a lot of anxiety. People only post their best moments, their best angles, and their success. When we compare our regular lives messy uh, to someone else edited highlight reel, it makes us feel insecure. It's create his unrealistic standard of beauty, success, and lifestyle, which can lead to anxiety, depression, um, maybe low self-esteem. Another critical point is how social media influence our opinions. It's firmly believe it does, and a very powerful way. Algorithms are designed to show us what we already like or agree with. This creates echo chambers. If you only see content that aligns with your worldview, you become less tolerant of different perspectives. It shapes how we view social issues, culture, and life in general, sometimes without us even realizing that our opinions are being manipulated by algorithms. But it is not all negative. As a university student, I have seen firsthand how useful social media can be for education and work. I'm currently studying pedagogy en mis idiomas nacionales, extranjeros en la ESPE. Since I study online, I don't have that traditional face-to-face with my teacher, for example, interactions or classmates every day because of those social media become our virtual campus. For example, we rely heavily on Facebook groups to stay informed about the university updates, share resources, organize study groups, or ask questions about the segment or the university. Without these digital community tools, studying online will feel incredible isolating maybe for me. In education, social media bridge the gap of distance, and in the professional world, it's the same. It's an open door for marketing, networking, finding job opportunities. So, how do I manage my time when I using social media? Well, honestly, it's a work in progress. As I mentioned before, I can be really hard to find a balance. I try to be more mindful now. I try to recognize that moment when I'm just merely scrolling through TikTok or Facebook and force myself to put the phone down. It's about building self-discipline, which is easier said than done, but it's necessary if we want to reclaim our time, our focus. To conclude, what is my overall opinion? Well, social media is most positive or negative. I think it's a double-edged sword. On a grand scale, I sometimes feel it can lean toward the negative side for me because of how much of distract me and how easily I can break my focus when I study. However, I cannot deny that I is a highly beneficial tool if used correctly. The problem is not the technology itself, but how we consume it. It has the power to educate us, to connect us, and help us grow as future professionals. Like in my case, as a future language teacher, but it also has the power to waste our time and affect our mental peace. Ultimately, the impact of social media depends entirely on our time on boundaries. It's a great servant, but a very, very mad master. Thank you very much for the time and the attention, teacher. I look forward for your feedback. Thank you.